Hello, hello. I've missed you guys. So come on in the room and let's talk. Hello to all of my Facebook saints, my YouTube saints, and my Sunday school dropouts. It's been a minute, but as always, I'm going to give you just a second to come on in so that we can uh, gather and have some fun for a few minutes. If this is your first time joining us, thank you and welcome. We like to get together on Sundays and just have a little fun to kick our week off. So I'll give it a moment, but if you are new, please tell us that you're new and where you're from so we can show you some love. And you guys know when you come in, you got to tell me that you're here. So make sure to tell me that you're here when you get in here. Let's see here. Hey, y'all. How's everybody? How you doing, Miss Christine and Margaret and Miss Sarah? How you doing? Hey, Carolyn. So happy to catch you live. Well, I'm so happy that you made it. We are going to have fun. I'm happy you caught me live too, Jessica, from Long Island. How's everybody doing? I have some questions for you guys. I have some true questions. So, hey, look, I see everybody coming in here. Hello. I hope that you have had a wonderful week and that you are ready to kick off next week as well. Yeah, hi. I've missed you. I'm so glad that you found us too. Look, y'all got me cheesing. Oh, my cheeks hurt from smiling. I'm not supposed to smile that hard, but I'm so glad to see you guys and I missed you. As always, thank you so much for your patience in dealing with all of my crazy. I am scheduled to graduate in December. This is my last semester of classes. So I'm in a class and I'm working on my thesis. And after this semester, all I have to do is complete my thesis. And so my prayer is that life will ease up when it comes to school so that I'm not always saying, I'm so sorry. I missed the live. I can't go live. I've got to finish schoolwork. Now, you and I both know when it comes to the torturements, AKA softball with my daughter, that will never end. So unfortunately, I may have to do that from time to time because of her. Wait a minute, what's going on? Hold on, I'm missing comments. Wait a minute. Let me back up. Winter had a little snow last night. Oh yeah, I've heard you live up north. Yes, I've heard that it's been rough up there for the people who live up north, as well as people in California who got a lot of snow in the higher elevations. I have missed you too, Miss Mary. I missed you too. I had to take last week off, but I'm back, right back to harass you guys. And had to switch the hair up. Have to keep it different. Look, my dream in life, I promise, is to be on stage. But sometimes I'm sure y'all might think I'm in the witness protection program because you never know who I'm going to be when you tune in. You just never know. Well, listen. Did the team win? Which team? Oh, Sydney's team. Sydney's team came in second place at the last tournament last weekend. They did second place. Lady G, please know that we are definitely praying for you. I know that you've been dealing with the loss of your mother-in-law. So please know, people don't understand a lot of times the initial loss of someone passing is one thing, or as someone taught us during COVID, graduating. That's one thing. But the aftermath and all the things you have to take care of, that's a whole nother thing. So I completely understand. Hi, Kathy, and thank you. Thank you so much. Joanne says, breaking in a puppy, 6 weeks. That's not my ministry. Listen, I got one child and she barely survived. So I dare not haul off and get something with 4 legs. That we definitely won't do. That is not going to happen. Oh, okay. I cannot wait to jump into tonight's Bless Your Heart. I don't even know. You know what? I think I'm going to change this. This is not I don't know if this is a Bless Your Heart or Couldn't Be Me. Okay. It's just a lot. So let me pull this up. Hold on one second. Let's see here. I had to pull this up on my phone. So I can't wait to talk to you guys about this. You know, growing up, something that my grandmother would always say when things were odd or out of the ordinary, that's a sign of the end of times. And for a long time, I didn't understand what that meant. She would say that about just about anything. If something was on TV that for that time period was considered raunchy, oh, that's a sign of the end of times. Of course, she would just not make it if she saw half the stuff that people do now. So I always would hear her say, that's a sign. It's the end of times, or, if a woman came to church and she didn't have on stockings and a slip, whoo, we're just not living right. That's a sign. It's the end of times. And I always would try to find in the Bible where it said you need to have on a slip and some stockings, but that's just me. Anywho, that is how I felt though when I saw this in the headlines, that this is what she really meant, because the older you get, you find yourself being like your parents or understanding things that your elders would say. And this to me was a sign of the end of times. You all show me some hearts in the comments if you saw this headline. But in China, yep, we're going to China today. In China, it's raining worms. Yeah, you heard me. Worms are falling out of the sky. Let's see here. Residents from a Chinese province in Liaoning, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, rushed to find shelters after it looked like it was raining worms. A viral clip shows the area being pelted, keyword pelted, with what was claimed to be little worms, which splattered all over cars and surrounding roads. Residents were seen using umbrellas to take cover as they attempt to continue their daily routines. Thousands of worms were seen covering cars and piled in gutters. Okay, where do we even start? First of all, this to me is a sign of the end of times. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but if I were to walk outside and it's raining worms, first of all, I'm not going anywhere. The nerve of them to say, use an umbrella. First of all, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not leaving my house. Yeah, I'll take that back. I might leave my house to go straight to the church to pray, because that is truly, oh no, Lady G said that's better than snakes. Oh, if it starts raining snakes, I'm going to just start praying right now, because I think the rapture has taken place and the Lord left us. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine looking at a car? Because it's a video. There's a video out there. And the car is moving in many, many places because of a worm. Worms with an S. I can't. Hey, how are you, T? T said, what in the whole spaghetti noodle? I can't even see. Wait a minute. What in the whole spaghetti noodle? Barton Melly. I couldn't see the last word. I know. Hail. Yes. Okay. So here's first of all, I don't know. These are things I don't know. I don't know how long it rained worms. I don't know why it was raining worms. And from the article I read, they don't know either. I want to know from you all, before we even get to the bless your heart part, what would be your reaction if you walked outside and it was raining worms? That's what I want to know. That, I'm a Sunday school dropout, but I think about in the Bible when oh Lord, I may who I feel awful. Who interpreted the dreams and was trying to warn the king? Y'all, I feel horrible. Who somebody help me. Help me. Who interpreted the dreams? Was it Joseph? Daniel? It was Daniel. Oh Lord. And then it's my husband's name. Oh, I feel awful. I feel awful. It was David or Daniel? Daniel? Okay, Mary. Wrong man. You got the D right. It was duh. But I think, okay. Amy says it was Daniel. It was Daniel and Joseph. So it was Joseph too. Okay, yes. But okay, one of them, I feel awful. I'm about to call my daddy, but one of them was talking in the I'm about to we're calling the expert before I get this way wrong. You know y'all are family to me when I'm calling the expert while I'm on a live.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Daddy. Now, Daddy, before you say anything crazy, not to say you ever would, I am in the middle of doing my live, okay? So everybody can hear you, okay? Quick question, because your daughter's getting all her Bible stories just mixed all the way up. We had David at first interpreting dreams for the king, but let me get this together, okay? It was Daniel and Joseph, okay?
Okay.
Q said Daddy's the lifeline. Which person was interpreting dreams to the king, and because of the dreams, the people of the land experienced drought and famine and pestilence, and the bugs came out. Which one? Who did that? Yes.
What?
Did you?
There are several situations and settings.
Oh, never mind. Everybody's telling me it was Joseph. I'm referring to Joseph. Yes, Joseph went and told the king, was interpreting the king's dreams, and then if the king did not obey the dream or did not adhere to the warning, the people of the land had to experience different famines. That was Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed, Pastor Daddy. I got you on live and they're making fun of me. Carolyn says, Pastor Daddy is on the spot. Someone else said, I put you in for a lifeline. Everybody knows I call you, and you know you just have to pray your way to dealing with your oldest daughter, right?
God is still good.
Do y'all hear this? All he said is God is still good.
Okay.
Thank you, Daddy, I think.
Bye.
Bye, Daddy. Now, how am I supposed to take that? Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you for Joseph was the dream interpreter. Thank you. I'm sorry. I knew it was in there, but I was getting Joseph confused with Daniel, and then Moses. It was a lot. It was a lot. See, that's why I'm going to tell you a couple of things. First of all, before we even get back to these worms, that's why I tell people all the time, you need to read the Bible. You need to study it. But you need a relationship with the Lord, and he will help you read the Bible. Then there's people like me. I read the Bible. I do. I promise it doesn't look like I do. But sometimes I need flashcards. And that's why my daddy is bald, because I appreciate the fact I can call him at any time. And that's, did you notice how he was not shocked that I was on a live talking to y'all? He just went right with it. The whole point was for it to be raining worms. That to me sounds like something that Joseph interpreted. And so I want to know, which one of y'all we're supposed to be interpreting a dream for? Which one of y'all was it? Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer says, hello. I need this break. I've been moving all weekend and I'm exhausted. I hope you're doing well. Please pray while I unpack and put away my stuff. Oh, and not only are we going to pray that you get some strength and not be so exhausted, We are just so excited that you're on to a new adventure. So we pray that you have fun and that you enjoy this transition in your life. Let's see here. I know I have to do better. My daddy's praying. My daddy stays praying for me. Okay. He knows. He just, it's been a minute since I've had him on the live. I think it's about time we pull him back out and put him on the live. Okay. So now that we gotten the story straight and we've gone to the Bible, let's come back out. My question to you is, if you were to walk outside and it was raining worms, what would be your first reaction? Let's see here. Amy says, thank you all for your prayers about my husband's post-op appointment. Recovery is going smoothly and there is provisions for all our needs. Oh, isn't that a blessing? Isn't that a blessing? While I'm waiting for you guys to tell me about what you would say. This weekend, I ran into a friend of mine. She's in the ministry, okay? And she also has a food truck. And we're kind of in the same boat. She, as a matter of fact, the day that I was going to do my show, she also had a retreat, a ministry retreat. And she said the retreat went well and people were blessed, but it just didn't like she wanted it to. It just didn't. And I said, I understand. I do. I wanted to do a whole show in Chattanooga and it just didn't happen. And it's discouraging sometimes. So she was talking about being discouraged. Amy, this all connects to you. And I was talking about being discouraged and just sometimes having to stand still and wait on God, which is the hardest thing in the world to do. And so we were talking about that, but she works a 9-to-5 job, as do I. But she has a food truck, and that's how I saw her, because I went over to her food truck to get some good New Orleans cuisine. And she was talking about how she just feels kind of funny. She doesn't feel right because everything is going well in her life. The food truck is going well. It's just something is off when it comes to her spiritual, that ministry. And it's like, I don't know what you're doing, Lord. And I was like, I understand. The comedy thing's not popping the way I wanted to. Something is off. But he's still providing provisions. Her food truck is doing amazing. Okay. Things are going well on my job. I'm in a different position and doors are opening, just not the doors that the Lord has promised you. So it kind of comes down to this thing of, well, what are you doing? I'm doing what you're asking. I just feel like I'm putting more energy into other things versus what you told me I should be doing. But you got to be still and know. Sometimes the very thing that he has you doing will set you up for where he really wants you to be. And that is what we talked about. So provisions, when I saw that word, Miss Amy, in the midst of what you're going through with your husband, there's still provisions. Despite the fact I know I belong on stage, I know that's where I'm headed. I'm not there yet, but he's given me provisions. I have a job. I'm doing okay. My job is providing. It's the provision. She's not in the ministry where she knows the Lord wants to take her, but her food truck is doing well and she's still working a 9-to-5. She has to turn down things because it's so much provision. So I don't know where I went with that, but I just want to get that out. He always provides. There's always provision. So now let me see what you guys would say if it popped off. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back up here. Get my fishing rod. You going fishing, Miss Christine? You just gonna jump on out in the water? You see this as an opportunity to go fishing. The only thing I'm gonna be fishing for is my Bible and some prayer, because I feel like the end of times is coming. Oh, let's see. Tasha says, T says, I lost my dog this week and I'm devastated. My birthday is tomorrow and I'm not. Yes, you are celebrating. Yes, you are. And the dog is coming back. Yes, you are going to celebrate. Q says, I would run and get my camera so I can document it. Okay, the only thing that I'm going to be documenting is my broke ankle from where I'm running back in the house. Jennifer said, oh, I would just go get back in bed. Absolutely. Ugh. Could you imagine if one of them landed? Ooh, thousands of them just dropping out the sky, and you want me to put up an umbrella and keep it moving? Oh, no, sir. Tap your neighbor and say, Uber Eats, Instacart. We're not leaving this house. You better, you want me? You better get me on Zoom. Let's see here. Miss Judy says, go back inside. Put up an umbrella. You right on in there with the people in China. Just put up your umbrella and keep doing what you got to do. I think my mind would be, if this is happening, what's going to happen next? It's just too scary. Joanne says, not today, Lord. Oh, Lord, that's it right there. Not today, Lord. Just give me one more chance. Could you imagine the Never Again video off of some worms? Oh, my God. I'm going back in the house, never to be seen again. Absolutely. And this is the thing. They're falling outside, but one or two going to somehow figure out how to get in your house. Or you put up the umbrella and something, you get to work and you look down and something is on you. I wish I would. Trying to, put up an umbrella and keep going. And I get into work and look down and there's one or two of them on me. I would have to apologize to each one of my coworkers and pray that they would not file sexual harassment charges against me, because they would see parts of me that I would be coming out of clothes. It would be a sight. Go back inside fast. That's right, Miss Mary. I would get a bucket and then feed them to my chickens. Well, now that's different, because, I need you to feed the chickens because I want you to feed me the chicken. So I'm just teasing. Oh, Miss Glenda says, we need prayer warriors in our corner. Daddy knows he has a crazy, funny daughter. I get it from him. I promise. This is genetic. This is genetic. It's been a minute. I really need to get my family back on the live so you guys can see them. I come from a crazy family. You don't get this kind of crazy. You don't get this kind of crazy by yourself. Okay, I had help. And if you can believe it, I'm not the funny daughter. I know I'm not. My baby sister is a fool. She likes to make jokes and she says them under her breath, and she has a very quick, dry wit, and she'll say something very quick and you're the one laughing and looking crazy. And she's sitting there like, I don't know what's wrong with her. Trust me, my baby sister is the funny one. Hi, Roro. The comments moved, so I missed your comment, Roro. Let me see here. Miss Sarah says, this weekend is frustrating me. Fridge not working, but freezer is. Tried to make pizza, but forgot to grease the pan. Crust stuck on the baking sheet. I had to start over. Ugh. You know what, Sarah? Okay, I can't speak for you. I can only tell you from personal experience. Sometimes it's like that type of stuff happens repetitively, like, fridge is out, freeze is working. You said you forgot to grease the pan. Now you got to start over because you've messed up the pizza dough. Or you're looking for your money. You had some money and now you can't find it. Or you can't find your keys, or you keep putting your phone down. Or you walk out the door and you forgot your water bottle. Like, it's just this constant, you get frustrated. I got the one earring, can't find the other. Sometimes that's God's way of telling you, slow down, just breathe. I got you. I know you don't want to hear that, and that's fair, because I didn't want to hear it when my mother told me that, but it's true. Sometimes it's like, and I have to say, Lord, just take it. Just take it. Whatever it is, just take it. And if it's something you need me to learn, if I should be getting something from this moment, please give it to me, because I can't keep going like this. I need my pizza. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. Worms are of the devil. Yeah, especially when they're coming out of the sky. I don't agree with that. Wait a minute. Lady G says, on a positive note, last week was my birthday and I was able to fulfill a dream and meet a princess. Did you go to Disneyland or Disney World? Tell us about this princess. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know how we got off onto this, but let me tell you something. I don't fool with worms. I'm trying to back up because I know I missed a lot of comments. A yes from God is easy. No from God is easy. A wait from God is the hardest thing ever. Boy, what did you say? Yes, it is. Because it's like, what do you, especially when you're high energy and you keep your plate full, because that's the only way you know how to function. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Depending on the no, that's not always easy, but at least you got an answer. The no, the unknown, the not having an answer is rough. It is so rough. And I'm glad to hear that somebody else is experiencing that. Oh, wait, I went to a book signing. This was a real princess of England. Oh, come on with the tea and crumpets. Oh, my bad. Let me get a fascinator. Let me pull out one of my hats. I'm so sorry. You met a queen, a princess, not a Disney princess. You met a princess. Let's see here. Gina says 10 years ago in Augusta, Georgia, we had an ice storm, then a small earthquake. I said if locusts or worms show up, I was out of here. Absolutely. An ice storm and then an earthquake. That's too much. That now, if that doesn't push you back in church, I don't know what will. Let's see here. Or your husband is remodeling the bathroom and was almost done just to realize all was wrong and now he has to go to plan B. God help him figure it out and finish soon. Q, I need everybody to lift their hands and just point them to the screen. Q, we're going to touch and agree right now. Because unless you are married to a handyman or a construction worker, you don't understand the pains that we go through. My husband, with his bare hand, has built, bare hands, he has built $1 million homes. I've seen them. He's done it. Okay. He was a general contractor prior to switching over to working with me. I've seen him do it with his own hands. Yet I can't get him to finish painting a wall in my house. Please make it make sense. You know, they say you should be a good helpmate as a wife. But every time I look at that unpainted wall, it seems like I always notice it. Right when I see Snapped, when I've watched when one of them Snap marathons is on TV, you know, it comes on Oxygen Channel. It's about women that have murdered someone. They just snap. I don't know why those two coincide. The devil is always busy. So Q, I want you to know I'm praying for you that you get a bathroom that's done quickly. But I do encourage you to stay away from marathons of Snapped. Okay? Because all I can do is put money on your books. I don't visit jail cells because I'm claustrophobic. That's the only reason why I'm not on Snapped myself. So I understand what you are going through. Let's see here. Sarah says, before we go, oh yes. Oh my God, it's 9:30 already. Okay. Let's see here. Before we end, prayer requests for my health. My blood pressure is extremely high this weekend. Calling the doctor tomorrow. Absolutely. Okay, wait a minute. We got a lot of prayer requests. Hold on. In Oklahoma, we had tornadoes, ice storm, earthquakes, tigers, bears on the loose. See, it's too much. It's too much. Okay. Tell God what you want your husband to do. Okay, I'm going to do that. Lord, I just want my husband and Q's husband to go by way of Lowe's and Home Depot and get the supplies that they need and use them, Lord, not just let them collect dust. God, I want you to just tap their hands and have a supernatural Bob Vila moment and just have them complete a project, not just start it, but finish. Let them see the finish line, Lord. That's the key. Lord, we know you've given them the power to start, but we need them to finish. Okay. All right, we got some true prayer requests this week. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. We're going to pray for Sarah. We're praying for T. We're going to continue to pray for Amy and Lady G. Okay. Tonight, we have someone who we're not, T, going to allow the devil to steal the joy of allowing you to make it around the sun another year. It's interesting that the dog went missing this close to your birthday. Don't you find that strange? The minute you're ready to celebrate, the dog goes missing. Do not allow the devil to take your joy. Sarah, Amy, and Lady G. Our prayer for you all tonight, and this goes for everyone, even if I didn't call your actual prayer request out, our prayer for you tonight is that the Lord will heal your body, that he will remove any stress, Sarah, that is causing your blood pressure to go up, that he will give you peace and calm you in the midst of this storm. Our prayer for Lady G is that she can continue to be there for her husband, as is Amy, as Amy's husband recovers, and that Lady G continues to keep her family together in the midst of their loss. My prayer for all of us is that you can be strengthened. We're claiming healing for Sarah, and we're claiming strength for Amy and strength for Lady G, because people forget sometimes it's the caregivers that need the most prayer. So my prayer for you is that he gives you strength. And T, my prayer for you is that you keep your joy. Count it all joy. I've said this before. It is okay to be sad. You don't have to be happy all the time. You don't. But what you cannot do is lose your joy. Happiness, temporary. It's temporary. And the blessing is, so is sadness. It's temporary. But when you hold on to joy, joy surpasses all understanding. Despite the situation, have joy. Sadness says, I'm sad because I've lost my dog. Joy says, but I thank God that I had time with my dog and that my birthday is tomorrow. Lord, I don't know what this next year holds, but I am so joyful and I'm looking forward to whatever ministries or things you birth from me. Makes sense, T? I am praying for all of you all. All of you all. So last but not least, my prayer, and we're praying that Q's husband and my husband find their way to cleaning up some things and getting our houses done. And my prayer for each and every one of you all is, no matter what rain comes your way this week, be it the rain of stress, depression, or even worms, put up your umbrella and keep it moving. Get your shine on. Get your shine on. I will see you all next week. But in between now and then, there's no telling what will happen. And don't worry, I'm never leaving Facebook. Some people inbox me worried because I was doing TikToks. I've just added TikTok. TikTok is seeing things that I posted here first. They haven't seen anything new. So don't worry. Facebook is my family. I am not leaving you guys. Get your shine on. Love you, mean it. Have a great week.